Okay. Metalopolis, Kreeflewer versus Spinks, Game 2. The countdown has started and we're getting underway. Good luck to both these players. Some amazing play from Spinks in the previous game. Really interesting strat by him. He sort of turtled up in his base, took his natural very quickly on Lost Temple, and then just amassed a force that Kreeflewer couldn't stand up to. Kreeflewer's harass not quite as effective as it should have been, but let's see if Kreeflewer can correct the errors he made in the first game. Kreeflewer obviously playing Zerg here, Spinks Protoss, and I think we're in for a good game here. Hopefully a bit quicker. I think Kreef is going to try finish this sooner, because if he does in fact see something close to the same as the previous strat going down, he's probably going to try do something a little bit different, try finish it a bit sooner, or just try expand a lot more, because this is the kind of map that he likes doing that on. So we got Spinks doing a nice little split on his workers there, and Spinks spawning at the what is this, the 3 o'clock position, and Kreeflewer spawning at the 12 o'clock position. Good stuff for Kreeflewer. Once again, I'm telling you all, Kreeflewer is the one I'm backing in this game. I'm pretty amazed by Spinks' play so far, but I will back Kreeflewer. He's my favorite for this tournament. But as I was saying, really nice spawn. He's going to be flying this Overlord incredibly slowly across this ravine here, and he's going to be seeing Spinks' base right next to his. So a really good spawn for a Zerg player that likes to play aggressively. Let's hope Kreeflewer can take full advantage of that. So here we go with this probe. Spinks is going to be scouting the wrong way, but he will see that Overlord, unless... I'm going to change to Spinks' view quickly and just have a look here. If he sees that Overlord popping in there, if he can see it, he'll know... There's the Overlord. If he's watching his minimap, he will see it, and he'll know that Kreeflewer is right next to him. He'll probably... And he does. He pulls that probe right back to have a look at Kreef's base. So, quick thinking by him there. Obviously, if he's able to beat someone like Kreeflewer, he's gonna have to think pretty fast. So Kreef gonna have another look around his base anyway. He's gonna have a look with that drone there, and he's gonna see this gateway going down in a pretty similar position to the previous game. So Kreeflewer is gonna have to think very quickly. I'm pretty sure he's trying to formulate a lot of different ideas, trying to come up with something that's gonna work against this. He doesn't have so much time to think about it though, because his spawning pool is just going down, this gateway is just going down. That means that he's got a minute or two before Spinks totally blocks off this choke and walls in his natural once again. Wow, interesting that he decides to do that again. This expansion is a lot more exposed than the one we saw on Lost Temple, but at the same time he may well not even be... He may well not be putting that Nexus up soon. I think this is just he's covering all his bases at the moment. Question of the day from Fluke. What about some Afrikaans casting? I'd love to do that, but it would sound something like Igoli. I'd probably be saying every second word in English, because I don't know what a spawning pool is called in Afrikaans. I don't know what an overlord is called. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think it'll be very fun for anyone listening. So I'm not going to be doing that. I can get some Afrikaans interviews going, maybe. That can be done, but not casting. Okay, so that's your question of the day answered. That drone still able to keep all its HP and have a nice look around Spinks' base. Kreeflewer, on the other hand here, he's getting that metabolic boost soon. He's getting his gas coming. He's left those drones on his gas, so he's going to probably get that lair tech incredibly early. He's left this overlord in Spinks' base, so he's having a look around, and here come those photon cannons. This looks like it's Spinks' standard strat against Zerg. He likes to wall in, and there come those two Zerglings, the first two from Kreeflewer. They're going to get taken out if they hang around there, because there are two Zealots, in fact, to oppose them. But now there come a lot more Zerglings. This is exactly the same as the previous game. I cannot believe it. Kreeflewer is going to get taken out by these cannons once again, and he's going to have to change his strat right now. Kreef needs to change his thinking, and I gotta say, what I think, the only thing Kreef can do right now is actually just let that expansion go up, while at the same time get his own expansions up, because that's the only way Kreef is going to be able to counter this. He's got those banelings coming again, but I just don't think it's going to work. Unless he can sneak them in there and get them to take out both photon cannons at the same time, I just don't think he's going to be able to do enough damage. But, I stand to be corrected. Kreef is an amazing player, and he's capable of a lot. But again, I gotta say, I think Spinks has made a big mistake here. this is now just my thinking, that if Kreef can run around the back of this natural, if you have a look, if the guy's watching the game, and I'll just try to explain it for the guys that are not watching it, if there's a gap, okay, so he can run all the way around the back and just scoot around the back of these minerals and then take that pylon from behind. He may be able to get those bailings on that pylon. There's only one pylon powering those two cannons, so that'll be very bad for Spinks. That'll be his gateway and his his two cannons powered down. So not anymore. One of the observers just tells me that. Quite true. There's another cannon that's blocking the way now. Kreeflewer's base. Let's have a look here. We can see the lair tech is done. The spire is down. Pretty much exactly what we expected. Banelings into Mutalisks, the same as before. Kreeflewer taking down these two Zealots pretty quickly, but there come the photon cannons. Oh no, so he takes down one Zealot, not two, and he leaves the second one on 20 HP, but he lost all his Zerglings. Time for a bit of rethinking by Kreef. Once again, Kreef not expanding. No. Okay, a bit of an update from the other games if anyone was interested. It seems like Warlord Zim went all in, Marine SCV rush, and it's now 1-1. It seems like Dreamer was able to fend that off. Good stuff. For anyone just wondering, we're on game 2 of Spinks versus Kreeflewer. The game has already started. Yes, we're busy watching this right now. It's coming to you live. Spinks is 1 up, so let's hope Kreef can take this back. But at the moment, it's not looking so good for Kreeflewer. He's got his natural going up. He's got a hatchery at his natural, but these Mutalisks of Kreeflewer are going to have to do some serious damage to be worth it, you know. Let's just have a look at the units tab there. Kreeflewer sitting on absolutely nothing. He's got 1 queen out, 6 overlords, and 1 zergling. So the game may be exciting, but not for Kreeflewer fans, because Kreeflewer is getting shut down. It's really sad, but it's true. So here come the Mutalisks. In fact, they are coming. Units lost. Let's have a look at that. Kreeflewer has been throwing himself at his opponent's base, and he has lost a lot more units. In production, we've got 2 more Mutalisks coming out. That'll make it 5 for Kreeflewer, and I think we're going to see those gateways being thrown down for Spinks pretty soon. He's going to throw down 5 or 6 gateways, and he's just going to start pumping out those units again. Oh no. Okay, so once again, I'm going to reiterate that again. Not looking good for Kreeflewer. I'm trying to have a look at what's going on here, and I'm looking at the Mutalisks right now, trying to take down these probes. A bad idea from Spinks to pull them all off, but he's trying to run them towards those cannons to get them to safety, and he does. They make it away. A lot of probes saved there, but it looks like Kreeflewer might just move back and try to do some damage here in the base where he can, because there are no cannons up. There's a couple of cannons by the mineral line, but not enough. But Kreeflewer is still not really able to do much damage, because there are a few stalkers out here, and they are doing well to take down these Mutalisks. Back in Kreeflewer's base, he's got his expansion up, but there's a Zealot now just harassing it, and it's going to go down, so that expansion is going to be safe for now. And Kreef just adamant with his Mutalisk harass. I think Kreef really needed to rethink his strategy here. Not the best idea by Kreef. To try to do the same strat that did in fact fail in the previous game on the second game. So Spinks being incredibly careful here. He's throwing down about 1 million photon cannons. I may be exaggerating just a little bit, but that is a lot of cannons. Cannons. Kreeflewer, once again, I say it, he's going to have to rethink his strategy. He's going to have to expand a lot more. He's going to have to try match up to this crazy income that his opponent has. His opponent is sitting on well, only 800 now, but he's got both those bases up and running, and they're both protected very heavily by those cannons. And if Spinks does decide to get those units out soon, and a couple more gateways, start pumping out those units, he'll be looking good for a win here, because Kreeflewer's base, in fact, doesn't have any static defense at all. So Kreeflewer just flying around the map with these Mutalisks, I suppose just trying to look for a bit of an angle. He needs to find somewhere where he can just get a bit of harass done. There are a couple of units that are standing totally exposed here. He can maybe try to take some of them out, but it seems like he's going for the main. He's finding some pylons here that are not quite protected, but this blink research is coming out for those stalkers now, and that will obviously prove very useful to our Protoss player here. Incredibly clever play by Spinks, I gotta say it again. So a hatchery going down for Kreeflewer at the gold minerals. He's doing exactly what I think he should do, expanding a little bit more and trying to get his income up so he can match this already long-standing natural that Spinks has. So Kreef again looking out for the gas. He's got these 2 extractors going up at his second expansion, and he's got those first 2 running already. But it looks like Kreef needs to just take a step back, think about what he's doing wrong, and just think about what he can do to solve the problems that he's having at the moment. Because he's throwing himself at this base, and he's constantly losing more units than he's able to kill. So Kreef amassing a huge, and I really mean huge, force of Mutalisks right now. Let's say the unit tab, that's 15 Mutalisks already, and that's a dog barking again. But that's 15 Mutalisks, and he's gonna have to move in there soon, because our friend Spinks here is going to throw down a few more gateways. He's got 4 down already, and he's going to start pumping out those units incredibly fast. So, you know, I got to look at it this way. Kreeflewer is being slightly wary. Once again, he's got 15 Mutalisks against 10 Stalkers. I think those Mutalisks will be able to take those Stalkers out. With their bouncing attacks, they definitely going to be able to do some nice damage. These Mutalisks flying around like crazy. He has to move in soon. He's just flying around the map, scouting around, but he needs to attack, because the longer he waits, the worse it starts looking for him. So Kreeflewer biting the bullet. He's going for these photon cannons here, doing incredibly nice damage. 2 cannons down, and he has the gap he was waiting for. But there come those blinking Stalkers, moving in quickly, taking down 2 Mutalisks just like that. 1 shot from each of them takes down a Mutalisk, but Kreeflewer not relenting, not giving up. He's sitting on 20 Mutalisks now. He's got this gold mineral expansion up and running, so I think Kreeflewer might be able to do some damage there. Fluke just telling me High Templars nearly in the game. That's true. The High Templars are on their way out. They've got that research coming out for that extra energy, so those storms are they're definitely going to be able to do a lot against these Mutalisks. They're going to be devastating. I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to reply to one of these people here, but there are a lot of people whispering to me. I will try to do that soon. I really hope you're listening to this stream, everyone, because I can't tell you right now how long this game is going to be. It's going pretty well for both players. I got to say, Kreeflewer maybe pulling this back. He's doing some nice harass here, and here come those Stalkers again. But Kreeflewer needs to take